Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to our home. This is my husband, John, and everybody knows Najwa. So we're fortunate today. John is going to do his famous chicken. And he did this many, many years ago for me, and he hasn't done it until about last week. He redid it, and I said to him, this is going to be it. So we're going to start out. John?
Yeah.
Where's your chicken?
We want to do the marinade first.
He throws me off every single time. Want to do marinade?
Yeah.
All right.
So actually, we start with the garlic, salt. Garlic was
What kind of garlic?
fresh garlic. Has to be fresh. Always fresh, no imitation, the one you buy, from the jar.
Why?
Because it's completely different, taste, when it comes, to that. So what I did, on here, that's about, I can say 8 medium garlic. And then I put, about tablespoon and a half salt, teaspoon, of salt, pepper. So, and I mix it. I'm going to make almost like a pesto.
Almost like a paste is what he's talking about.
So
What are you adding?
I already know the parsley. I already chop it, and then I mix it.
What about if somebody doesn't have this at their house? Not everybody has this.
No, I'm going, to show the other, way, to do it by, chopping it, by the knife. So.
Is there anything easier besides a knife and pounding it?
No.
Okay.
I think, that's the best way, to do it, if you want.
Can they use one of those little machines that they put it in and pulse it, or not?
They can do that too.
Okay.
If they have it.
So you can either pound it like that,
Yeah.
chop it,
Yeah.
or use like a little Cuisinart and pulse
Yeah.
it.
So basic recipe, salt, pepper, the garlic and the parsley. And then we want to add the lemon juice to it.
Is that fresh lemon juice or out of a bottle?
Fresh, always fresh.
Can we use it out of a bottle if we don't have fresh?
You could.
The answer was which means no.
Okay. So what I'm doing right now, I'm just going to baste it. I don't want to put too much, lemon first.
Smells really, really good.
And now, 2 different things, for the garlic. You can buy it, a whole, and then you can kind of crush it, put it, or you can buy it already
Peeled?
peeled. So this one here right now, you can use a knife, but very, very, very careful. If you want to make it easy, put a little bit in the water and make, that a little bit more loose. That's how it comes, in here as a fresh. A lot of people ask me about the recipe, and
Here,
most of the time I tell them, what they have to do. They go and buy, a jar of garlic. That it doesn't work. So now, after I add that, in here, the lemon juice again, and then can I make a little bit, of that sauce.
So it's almost like a paste.
Yeah. And then I go, for the olive oil. Then you can go, with the olive oil, it's just kind of like.
And it has to be olive oil?
You can go, either way, you can go for a regular one.
But would it be as good?
Not as good, as the olive oil.
Then use olive oil.
Yeah, when we're talking about olive oil, we always, use extra olive oil, not regular olive oil. So basically,
extra virgin olive oil.
Extra virgin olive oil. So I'm putting more.
How do you know how much you're putting? You're going like this and you're going like this, but if I was going to do it, how do I know how much
I can say, maybe, you need about 1.5 cup, lemon, and maybe about half a cup, of olive oil or salad oil. Okay. So now, I'm done with that, in here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this, in. Give me the spoon,
Which spoon would you
the
like?
spoon on here. Where do you put it? Okay.
How about this one?
That's what I was looking for.
Somebody hit it. So that's the marination.
That's the marination.
That was easy. Parsley, garlic, lemon, olive oil, salt, and pepper.
Yeah. Now we want to go for the chicken. So we want to get rid of that, right now.
Should I get rid of these?
You can put them up, in here.
Okay.
So for the lemon, you know, when you buy the lemon, you got option, you know, to do the lemon. So either, you know, you can kind of squeeze it like this, you know, in here and hold the seed on it. Or can I have the lemon squeezer? Or you can use this one here. Sometimes what I do with this one here, if I want to use this one here, yeah.
How about this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of the time, you know,
Mostly everybody has one of these at home.
I use, you know, a strainer. If I want to do this one here, then all those, you know, can kind of go
But
down.
if you use this,
Yeah, you
then
don't
this,
need that.
you don't need all that.
No. So we're done with the garlic. We're done with the with the lemon.
There's nothing better than the smell of fresh lemon.
Now, you know, I'm looking for the chicken. Usually, you know, I wash it pretty good. Very careful, you know, about the chicken. You know, sometimes, you know, we get scared of it. You gotta know how to take care, you know, that chicken. Wash hand, wherever you put, you know, that container, wherever, keep it separate from the other. And you can see me, I'm drying it out because this one here, I don't want, you know, the sauce kind of weak. So this one here, you know.
So you dry it so that when you put the marination with it, the marination doesn't get liquid.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Can you go slower, just a little bit slower? You're going too fast.
okay, you
People
can
have to
see
see
right
it.
now, you hold this, you know, the wings, and always, you know, kind of open up, you know, for you, and then you can go. So you can see it, you know, in here, open it, push it down a little bit, you can see it, you know, in here. Sometime, you know, you might kind of miss, you know, that. Don't worry about it. Now, it's easy, you know, to go with this, you know, in here, by the neck. You go by the neck, you go straight.
Slow down, slow down.
As soon as you do that, you know, in here, don't be afraid, you know, to kind of push
So
it down.
That makes it easier to cut then.
Yeah.
There you go.
And now for the legs, open up, you know, that. Sometimes, you know, I leave, you know, the bones, like this one here. Usually I take it out, or you can leave it. But if you want to take it out, you can put, you know, this one in here. And I use this, you know, for soup or sauce, whatever. So this
John,
one,
when you take that bone out, does that help the chicken get done faster?
yes, it does. And I know less mess. It's going to be a messy, you know, when sometimes, you know, depends, you know, how big, you know, sometimes 3 pounds of chicken, 4 pounds of chicken, 5 pounds of chicken. That's how you want to manage, you know, the cook of the chicken. So right now, that's the breast. What I'm going to do, I'm going to
Score it?
Score it.
Why are you scoring it?
Because, you know, I need the sauce, you know, to go inside. You don't have to do that, you know, in here.
So do I have to be careful when I cut it that I don't go all the way to the bone, or do you want me to go all the way to the bone?
It doesn't matter, you know, just open it up. It'll be easy, you know, to cook it. And you know, it's faster when you cook it.
What about the fat?
You
The
can
skin
take
is
it out.
good. Oh,
Yeah, I'll take it out. And then I
But
score
you-
that.
you score everything.
Yeah.
Do you score it when you're grilling it, or do you score it when you're cooking it in the oven, or how? Do I have to score it if I'm cooking it in the oven?
If you're gonna need those, you know, overnight, then you don't have to score it. But if I'm in a hurry, you know, and I wanna, you know, just kind of like, you know, I score it, you know, to get the marinade faster. And I usually leave it, you know, at least about 2 hours, you know, with the marinade. You don't have to dredge.
Sometimes when I get home,
Yeah.
I'm tired, I just want to cook, and I don't want to sit and marinate for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Do I have to marinate for 2 hours, or what can I do to make it go faster so I don't have to sit there and wait till 7 o'clock to cook?
Well, you could, you know, that's why I'm scoring that, you know, in here. Then the sauce can go a little faster. And then you can do whatever you want to do, you know.
Okay.
Anytime.
I've heard, and you've told me that sometimes if you want something to marinate a little faster, don't put it in the refrigerator.
Yeah.
Let it sit out
Yeah.
room temperature. It
Yeah.
marinates faster. Is
But-
that correct?
Yeah, it's correct. But the problem, you know, right now, you know, with our sauce, every time you deal with the vinegar or lemon, it's going to be cure that chicken.
gonna
Don't
cure
be
it?
afraid. Yeah. So don't be afraid, to leave it and say, oh, what I want to do with that, in here right now. Leave it chicken outside, for 2 hours. It'll be okay if you leave it, with the marinade.
Because the lemon?
Yeah, the lemon,
Or
help, or vinegar. You can use vinegar. That, depends, what you like. So, right now,
Just a question. If
Yeah.
I don't like parsley, can I use something else?
well, you asked me about the recipe, for the marinade of the chicken. That's what we're doing. If
But
you
I'm
don't
just
wanna,
no, but I'm just saying if. What about if
Yeah.
I don't like parsley? Can I use something else?
mint, you can
Cilantro?
go, cilantro, no, not for the chicken. I go, for more like a thyme or rosemary or something like this, in here.
Okay.
So, right now, this one is done. Now I leave it, for hour, but make sure, just kind of like play with it. Just kind of, yeah. So this one is done, and this one we have to get this out of the way.
Okay. Would you like me to saran wrap this and put it
Yeah,
aside?
yeah.
Right.
So what I'm going to do right now, I don't need that, in here. I'm going to change. I always, have soap, in my hand. Always. I have, soap, in here with a little bit, of what they call
Can I take this out? Bleach.
bleach.
Can I get this out of your way?
Yeah.
I'm just going to.
So I wash everything and make sure, everything kind of wash. The bleach, my hand. Then I'm going right now, start making the salad. So I'm changing right now the cutting board.
Can I set it here?
Yeah. One thing, I want people to know, and I'm forgetting, I forgot in the beginning to say that. This one here is a chef knives.
It's a set.
Yeah. There's a big set, in here. That's, for chef, to use, the knives. Now, for the home, they don't need that, in here. Only you need 3 different, style of knife.
The chef knife,
Chef knife,
a serrated knife,
serrated knife,
and a paring knife.
paring knife. That's all what you need.
Okay.
So those for cutting, this one for peeling or, yeah, the garlic, whatever, you
Sure.
want to do. And this one for bread or...
So the only thing you need really, you don't need to buy all that fancy stuff. Just
Those-
a chef knife, paring knife, and a serrated knife.
Yeah.
And those are the only 3 you really
Yeah.
need.
The problem is, sometimes a lot of people ask me, I'm having a problem with my knife. So what they do, I want them, to understand. Buy this one here. That's easy, when I'm teaching people, they don't know how to use the steel. And then, you put it in here and you go. You put it in here and you go. You put it in here and you go. Now this one is help. For this one here, a lot of people don't know how sharp the knife like we do. I always, teach, the people don't know. I always say, put it like this, in here, hold it, put some, not to move, towel, whatever.
Do you hold it at a slant?
Yeah, you have to. You do not, angle this, in here. You have to go with the steel. Put the pressure, in it, and go. Go, go, go. And you can hear it. Again, put your finger, in here and go down, down, down. Don't angle it. Always go with it. Go with it. It should be okay. We do it different, as a chef, in here. We sharp it up and down, but you don't have to do that. That's the easy way, put it in here and go, 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 go. Then hold it.
There's nothing worse than having a dull knife. And I'll be honest with you, sometimes I'll come home and I'm going to try to cut a tomato, and I'll look at him and I'll go, this tomato, he sharpens it within 2 seconds. You can cut tomatoes, lemons, onions, whatever you want. It's
Yeah. Right now,
very
what we
important.
have to do, that's what we normally, do, for salad. Parsley, tomato,
Lettuce?
so many different kind of lettuce. We got pepper, lemon, onion. So you can use, red onion, regular onion, or green onion. Well, we did use, in here, cucumber.
Here, I got it.
Yeah, that's okay. Cucumber, because I want to show them how I cut it. And then, the tomato. You can see, what I'm doing right now. I start, with the cucumber.
While you're doing this, should we throw can we throw the chicken on the grill, or do you want to?
Yeah, well,
How about if I go out and put the chicken on the grill?
yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to cut the cucumber. Very, very careful, about this one here. I usually, use the English. What I like about the English, it doesn't have a large seed, and more sweet. Then I peel it, on here for the color of it. I use the peeler. And those, you can use it for stock. That's what I do normally. So you take, this one here and set. I normally, when I'm using the knife, I don't use the knife from here. I usually use the knife from the head. As soon as I put this, in here and go. And you can see my finger in here measuring. And then, I can go, in here and I can cut it without looking. And then all comes, because I'm following my finger. So always, from here, down, 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 down. And you can see them all the same cut. So that's how we cut, the cucumber. And then if we go for the tomato, usually I hold the tomato like this, in here, and I go. But you don't have to do that. You can hold it like this, in here, and cut it. Now we got that stem, in here.
Why do you take this out?
The skin usually, the more, get rid of the skin. That's my opinion, about, how I don't like too much skin, in my tomato. Sometimes, especially, the
Roma?
not the Roma. Roma doesn't have a skin like, this one here. Usually, the, what they call it?
The bushel boy?
Yeah, Bishop Boy. Has a little bit more, So what I'm doing right now, I'm taking this, out.
And when he takes that out, sometimes you'll notice in a tomato, when you cut a tomato, there's that real tough little piece, it's just like a little vein. And so when you core it like this, you're actually taking that little tough veiny part out.
Yeah. So I normally, you can see my hand, always, watch what I'm doing, in here. I put my knife, in here. You see how close it is? And then I go. Then I go like this. Down, 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 done.
Now, my favorite tomato is the bushel tomatoes. That's what we use at our house.
Yeah.
And you were saying something about Roma tomatoes or any other tomatoes. It depends on what you like.
Depends, this one here, like, you're talking about this one here is a good quality, aroma. Okay. Usually, when you buy aroma, just like a cucumber. But this one here is really nice, tomato. That's why I like, about that, on here. And easy, to cut. And easy to cut. It's done. Okay. So it's not as good, as this one. This one has more juice, in it. Mm-hmm. But still, this one here, you're talking about $1 for a piece. And this one you can kind of buy a couple of them, for $1. So that's the difference. Okay. So for salad right now, we got the cucumber, we got, the onion, green onion, the tomato. So a parsley, in here, we love parsley. So if
What kind of parsley is that?
That's the Italian parsley.
Okay.
Or we call it Lebanese parsley.
I think the Americans call it Italian.
Well, a lot of cookbooks, call it Lebanese,
The Lebanese cookbooks or the...
No, a regular one. And you can see right now, what I'm cutting. And you don't have to be fast.
You don't have to be fast.
Yeah, but hold it, roll it, and go. Roll it, and go. And then
you can smell it. You can smell the freshness of it. It's just unbelievable, the smell.
And now, we finish, the cutting or the salad. Now you can add, any type, lettuce. If I want to add, this one here, for example, I can add it.
If you want to.
Yeah.
But what's really good is just tomatoes,
Yeah.
the cucumbers,
Yeah.
the onions,
Yeah.
and then you put the, we usually have fresh mint, and then the parsley. It is so good. And then he'll show you how to make the dressing.
Yeah.
You pour it on top of it. You can add the lettuce. Lettuce kind of gives it a little bit of a crunch, which is very, very good. But typically, like with the pocket bread, you just dunk it in and let the pocket bread soak up and eat it. It's delicious.
A lot of people, come in and ask me, especially when I go and golf, a lot of friends, come in to me and say, I need, Massad dressing. And I tell them the recipe, they come back and say, it's not the same. So what they were doing, they were buying garlic already chopped from that. I said, that's wrong. So you gotta get fresh. But the secret in that, sauce, you gotta know how you manage, the salt and the lemon. If you don't know how kind of like adjusting the salt, with the pepper, with the lemon, then you can see the kick, in here, if you taste the lemon without, salt, you can see it, it's just kind of too much. When you put the salt, kind of smooth, you still have that kick, but it's not, kick you back.
Breaks down the tartness.
Yeah, and that's why right now,
People are scared to use salt.
They have to, I mean, you don't want to be overdoing it.
No.
But you can tell,
I agree with you, but
for here, like now in the tomato, it takes a lot of salt. So I have, some salt, in here. There's just a little bit, of salt, in here.
okay. You taught me, like when I do the tomatoes,
Yeah.
to salt the tomatoes
Yeah.
and let them sit for a little bit and then take the water out because
Not necessary, to do that, but sometimes
No.
if you are working ahead of time,
yeah.
and then start crying, then get
Then
that
you need
water
to drain
out.
the water out.
But if it's new one, you don't have to do that. And that's the pepper, black pepper. And this one here, I put, two garlic
Cloves.
2 cloves of garlic, and then about spoon, of salt, in it.
Teaspoon?
No, tablespoon.
Okay.
Okay. For lemon, about half a cup of lemon.
Oh, yeah.
Or a cup.
Cup.
I can say a cup. So you put it in here with the cover, and then just kind of keep going. Salt takes forever, to just kind of lose up.
And sometimes I'm going to use John's little spoon. Little John, not Big John. He doesn't use this one. Anyway, you do that, but what you want to do is kind of taste it because after you pour it in there, it gets a little bit, it's not too late, but you shouldn't. So taste it. That's perfect. So you can tell the balance between the salt and the lemon.
Yeah.
You almost kind of want to drink it with some vodka. Here you go.
Okay.
What?
So we need.
What do you want me to do with it?
We want to kind of pour it down. Now you see how much you want to put. That's as much you want. You can put right now half of it. And then olive oil, just drizzle.
Drizzle, but you really have to put olive oil in there. You just can't
Yeah.
just put a little bit. To me, when he says drizzle, I'll go like this and that's it.
Yeah.
That's not the case because the olive oil also will cut the taste of the tartness and the salt. So when you mix it, it has to balance. Not even measurements of olive oil and lemon. I would say if you were putting half a cup of the sauce, put a quarter cup, a little less than a quarter cup of olive oil into it.
Yeah. And you can see right now, I mean, you can keep mixing it, in here, make sure, it's kind of mixed.
Do you want me to taste it?
Yeah, 1 second on here, yeah.
This is my favorite part about being married to this man, is being able to eat his food.
Okay. So right now we want to go, for the chicken.
I'm going to go turn the chicken.
Yeah.
Do you want me to bring, I know you had done some chicken out there. Do you want to go grab the other chicken?
Yeah.
Why don't you go grab it? I'll grab you the platter. Because we brought the chicken from the grill. As you can see, look how beautiful it is. And the smell is even more enticing. So he charbroiled it, and then he added a little bit of extra lemon and garlic on there just to give it that beautiful glaze. And literally, because of the sauce, you literally can, when you taste it, your mouth will water. I will guarantee you that. As you can see, my mouth is watering, and I haven't even started. And of course, presentation is always so big when you're doing anything, whether it's just a simple plate at home or whatever. Just the little touches are so important to make everything more appetizing. We always say, the Massads especially, always say you eat with your eyes before you eat with your mouth.
Yep.
So that is the important part of it. And of course, he's going to doctor this baby up. All right. When are we going to start to eat?
Right now.
Okay. Isn't this gorgeous? Do I get to do like, what's her name? What's her name?
So,
I don't know. Which one picks it up and starts eating it?
oh, Jacques Pepin.
Jacques Pepin? That's what Jacques Pepin does all the time.
Okay.
Oh, it's hot. As you can see, I don't like to eat at all. Oh my God. Oh my God. And I'm not praying. Good job, Massad.
Okay.
Keep you for another year. We'll start all over again. Thank you for joining us. From our family to yours, please enjoy. Thank you.
I'm okay.
Okay.